And right now, our third Nitro class of round number one coming your way, ready to shake the ground. It's Billy Leonard going against Terry Stewart as we're into Presto Pro Dragster. These are carbureted, high gear only Nitro bikes. They're jack shaft bikes, no transmissions on board. Sort of a baby Top Fuel Harleys, if you will. Many of the top stars of the Screaming Eagle Nitro Harley Top Fuel started their Nitro burning careers with Presto Pro Dragster machines. Billy Leonard, who builds street rods for a living, comes out of Greensboro, North Carolina. He's on the Mac Tools lane, racing for Harley-Davidson of Greensboro. He grew up West Lumber at Jim's Motor Service. He goes against Terry Stewart all the way from Anaheim, California. And this is a good side-by-side battle in round one with the win going to Billy Leonard as they're both in the 757 at 169 for the North Carolina. Coming up next out of Bradenton, Florida, it'll be Willie Hirschberg. He's your current national championship points leader in Presto Pro Dragster. He'll take on Dave Ostrowski out of Canton, Ohio, making his Nitro debut in AHDRA Action here this weekend on the O'Reilly Lane. Ostrowski, a long-time sportsman racer on gas bikes with the AHDRA, but he's got the Nitro fever. We'll see how he can do here against Willie Hirschberger, who in just over a year has become one of the bad men in the house. Slight hole shot advantage goes to Dave Ostrowski, but Willie Hirschberger's got serious horsepower. Who's going to get the win? It's going to be Willie Hirschberger. As coming up next out of Florida, the husband and wife team of Curly Jim Fontaine and Kim Fontaine. They'll be on the Mac Tools side, racing out of Orange City, Florida. Wes Hearn goes against them from McIntyre, Georgia, the Twin W Racing Harley on the O'Reilly Auto Parts lane. Sponsored by Middle Georgia Freightliner and McIntyre Collision Center. Hearn had late choice, qualified third yesterday, picked the O'Reilly lane, leaving the Fontaines to deal with the Mac Tools side here in round one of Presto Pro Dragster today. For Curly Jim Fontaine, the national number 4 plate holder out of Florida, goes 792, 150 miles an hour advance. Here's your national record holder for ET in Presto Pro Dragster, Rick Moore. He'll take on Trip Nobles, who qualified 8th, the final qualifier in the show yesterday, with an 886 ET being his best on the O'Reilly Auto Parts side with a Nitro Shack, a Lawrence South performance machine, and Cooper Cycles sponsored bike. 120 cubic inch carbureted Nitro burning V-twin for Trip Nobles, the Las Vegas Harley-Davidson team rider on the O'Reilly Auto Parts side that we'll see in action in the Sportsman Awards. Also doing some Nitro racing here this weekend. All shot advantage, Trip Nobles. But at the top end, the horsepower advantage goes to Rick Moore, the national record holder, 740 at 171. And it's time to rock the house with more Nitro bikes. Presto Pro Dragsters ready to rip down the quarter mile here out of Reading, Pennsylvania. It's Rick Moore on the Mac Tools lane. And from Greensboro, North Carolina on the O'Reilly Auto Parts side, it's Billy Leonard. Rick Moore, he's the national record holder in this class with the bike on the Mac Tools lane. They ran 7:13 to set the national ET mark earlier this season in Presto Pro Dragster. Is a S&S Cycle V-twin equipped entry, carbureted on Nitro, 120 cubic inches, tuned by crew chief Mike Bondmeyer. Now on paper, you'd have to say Rick Moore's got this one wrapped up already, but you never know. We've seen some upsets so far in the semifinals. Whole shot advantage, Billy Leonard. Can Rick Moore run him down? Yes, he's got the horsepower thanks to crew chief Mike Bondmeyer. 748, 176 on the winning Mac Tools lane. It's your national championship points leader in Presto Pro Dragster this year. Willie Hirschberger out of Bradenton, Florida on the Mac Tools lane with his Nitro burning V-twin. A Fast Cat power plant built by Dale Nungasser and the folks from Nungasser Engineering. Racing with his wife, Kim Fontaine, out of Orange City, Florida. Number 4 plate holder in the category, the O'Reilly side, Racing's Head Lounge, Barnett, and Universal Machine. A couple of tough runners out of Florida. Willie Hirschberger against Curly Jim Fontaine, and it's Hirschberger. It's Hirschberger in the final round as they're both in the 7s. 759, 168 for Willie Hirschberger on the winning Dragmasters bike down the Mac Tools lane. Reading, Pennsylvania, it'll be Rick Moore running for Mid-Continent Racing with his S&S Cycle V-twin powered machine. 120 cubic inch carbureted nitro burner on the back tool side, tuned by crew chief Mike Bondmeyer. They'll go against Willie Hirschberger of Bradenton, Florida, running with crew chief Steve Galati for the Dragmasters team on the O'Reilly Auto Parts lane. National number 3 plate holder here in Cresto, Pro Dragster. Whole shot advantage in the final went to Willie Hirschberger on the O'Reilly lane, but the horsepower edge goes to Rick Moore thanks to crew chief Mike Bondmeyer. He blasts by for the win, 738-174.